Okay, so picture this. Mike Tyson, back in the ring. Not for a victory lap, not for a charity match, but a real, actual fight.
At 58 years old.
Right. It's got to be some kind of record.
Pretty much. Especially going up against, well...
Jake Paul, the YouTuber, what do they call him? The problem child?
Yeah, something like that.
So November 15th, this actually goes down. And honestly, the more you hear about it, the weirder it gets.
You're not kidding. It's like two different universes colliding. On one side, you've got Tyson, Iron Mike, the youngest heavyweight champ EVR.
Absolute legend.
And let's be real, the guy's had a life. A whole movie couldn't contain it.
Ups and downs, triumphs, controversies, the whole 9 yards.
And now, here he is, lacing up the gloves again. But why? Why risk it all, especially at this age?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And then you've got Paul on the other side of the ring, this kid who made his name on the internet.
Pranks, diss tracks, the whole YouTube hustle.
And somehow he's turned himself into a boxer. Undefeated, even.
6-0. 4 KOs. It's kind of wild, to be honest.
It's wild, but is it boxing?
Well, that's debatable. Some of his opponents, let's just say they weren't exactly contenders for a title shot.
Right, but the guy knows how to build hype. Did you catch that press conference?
The one where he called Tyson an old fool?
Yeah, saw it.
Bold move, right. Calling out a guy who literally bit off someone's ear in the ring.
The guy's got guts, that's for sure. Or maybe just a death wish. But then he goes and compares himself to Muhammad Ali.
That's where I draw the line. Ali, come on.
I know, right? Ali was more than just a boxer. He was an icon, a voice for a generation. He stood up for what he believed in, even if it cost him everything.
He transcended the sport. And yeah, Paul, he's a showman, he's disruptive. But to even put himself in the same sentence as Ali?
It's almost disrespectful.
It feels like a marketing ploy, you know? Like he's trying to steal some of that Ali magic for himself.
Maybe. But it also makes you wonder, what does it say about our culture today?
That someone who's famous for going viral thinks they can just claim a legacy like Ali's? Exactly. Like it's something you could buy or tweet your way into.
And through all this, Tyson's just been chill. His answer to why he's doing this? Because I can?
Short. Sweet.
Oh.
Classic Mike.
But you gotta think there's more to it than that. I mean, this is a guy who's been through the ringer. He's had health issues.
The fight was actually postponed because Tyson was dealing with some serious stuff.
So why risk it? Is it money? Ego? Trying to prove he's still got it?
It could be a combination of all those things. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe for Tyson stepping back into the ring, it's about feeling alive.
Reclaiming that part of herself?
Maybe. But we also got to talk about the elephant in the room. The age difference. The experience gap. This isn't a level playing field.
No, not even close.
And that's where things get a little, well, uncomfortable. What if Tyson gets hurt?
Seriously hurt?
Yeah. Suddenly this whole spectacle, this whole because I can attitude, it feels different.
It goes from a comeback story to something tragic.
Exactly. And then you have to ask, who's responsible? Is it Tyson for putting himself at risk? Is it Paul for taking the fight in the first place? Or is it us? The fans, the ones who buy into the hype and crave this kind of spectacle.
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure.
It really is. And I think it speaks to a larger issue, which is our obsession with youth and relevance.
I feel like once you're past your prime, once you're not the biggest, baddest thing on the internet anymore, what do?
Where do you find your place?
And are we, as a culture, so quick to discard legends, to always chase the next big thing, that we forget to appreciate what came before?
Something to think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because in the end, this fight might not just be about Tyson and Paul, it might be about us.
And what we value.
Who we choose to celebrate.
And what it really means to be a legend.
In a world that seems to forget pretty quickly.